In planning for an upcoming regional girls tournament, Coach McCarter looked at her player statistics from the previous 2 months. Sarah played 10 matches, won 7, lost 3. Sophie won 15, Grace won 12, Cecilia won 8. First thing we got to do is write each tennis player's record as a ratio of matches won to total matches played. Okay, so Sarah, how many matches did she win? 7. How many matches did she play? 10. So hers is 7 to 10. Sophie, how many matches did she win? 15. How many matches did she play? 20. Grace, how many matches did she win? 12. How many did she play? 18. Cecilia, how many matches did she win? 8. How many did she play? 10. Well, that was easy. Now the next question says, based on their records, which player should Coach McCarter choose to attend the regional tournament? Now, do you have any guesses? Who are you going to guess? You're going to guess Cecilia? Anybody have a different guess? Sophie? Sophie, you think? You think Cecilia? Okay, you know what? There's only one way to know for sure. There's only one way to know for sure who has the better chance of winning based on their ratios. And that is by making sure that the bottom number is the same. You can't compare them. You can't really compare them until you have the same bottom number. Okay? First of all, you can tell that Cecilia and Sarah, compare those two. They both are 10s, right? Who's out? Sarah's out. Because you got 7. If they play 10 games, Sarah's winning 7 of them. Cecilia's winning 8 of them. That's a simple one. Well, Sophie and Cecilia are easy to compare too, right? All you got to do is multiply Cecilia's top and bottom by 2, and you end up with 16, right? Because you got 8 over 10 times 2 times 2, and you end up with 16 over 20. Okay, well, that means Sophie's got to be out. Now, somehow we have to compare Grace. We have to compare the 12 to 18 to the 16 to 20 or the 8 over 10. We need a common denominator, just like we would have done in when we're doing fractions, right? Well, what's a common denominator? What can we use? We got 18 and we got 10. $90 works. No. 90 works. Let's use 90. What do we have to multiply? We got 8 over 10 to get 90 on the bottom. 9 times 9 times 9. We get 72 over 90. What do we have to multiply 18 by to get 90? 5. So we got 12 over 18 times 5 times 5. We end up with, what, 60 over 90? Oh, man. Who's best? Cecilia's the best. Grace is out. Now, based on their records, which player should Coach McCarter choose to attend? Cecilia. C, you have to rank the players based in order from the worst record to best record. That means you have to get a common denominator for all of them. If I were you, I would use 180 as my common denominator. Okay? Everybody open it up to the inside. In tennis, an ace is a legal serve that cannot be returned, is not even touched by an opponent's racket. Cecilia has an excellent serve. Last week, CC hit 7 aces in 2 matches. So we've got aces. This is setting up our proportion. Aces over matches. How many aces did she hit? 7 aces. How many matches did she play? 2. Then the next question, the first question, okay, and the rest of these questions are just like this, okay, Christian? The rest of the matches are just like this, or the rest of the questions. If she plays 6 matches, how many aces should she expect? So we've got this ratio, 7-2, and then it gives us a different number of matches. Where does that number go? Top or bottom? Rosie. What? The number of matches? I got matches on the bottom, don't I? So we want to have 6 here. And how many aces is she going to expect? Well, I don't know. That's what we have to figure out. Remember, my diagonals equal each other. 2A. And please don't just copy this down to copy it down. Please try and listen, comprehend, understand, so that you can do B and C, because they are exactly the same kind of questions. 2A equals 42. Divide this side by 2. Divide this side by 2. A equals 21. Cecilia can expect to get 21 aces in 6 matches. So not only are you setting up a proportion, but you're also solving it. I want everyone to understand this. I want you to show me all of this. If you come here on Tuesday and have only the answer, I'm not going to accept it, and you're going to have to redo it. I want you to show me you setting up the proportion and solving it. Do you understand that? Does that make sense to you? Okay. The other part of this question, it says explain the scaling factor. Cross that off. I don't even want it. Explain the scaling factor. I don't even want it. Okay. For C, it says explain the scaling factor. I don't even want it. Don't do it. The last part of this worksheet, Coach McCarter is mixing sports drink for her tennis players at the match. Her players will need, this is key, the players are going to need 24 quarts of sports drink for the first day of the tournament. She's got 3 different types of sports drinks to choose from. It says Electro-Aid calls for 5 scoops for 2 quarts of water. 5 scoops, 2 quarts. So we're going scoops to quarts. 5 scoops, 2 quarts. How many quarts do I need? It says right in the problem, how many quarts do I need? Jackson? I need 24. Does my 24 go on the top or on the bottom? Jackson? On the bottom, because I got quarts on the bottom. And we got to figure out the number of scoops. Then you solve the problem. Solve the proportion. So once you've set it up, then solve it and go. Any questions? Let's see. Is there a back? I think there's a back to it too yet. Because it was so hot at the tennis tournament, 2 out of every 3 spectators bought a bottle of water. Spectators over water. 2 over 3. How many bottles of water did they sell? Well, there's 270 over X. Right? Okay. If you have any other questions, you come find me.